Here are each of the asana or the yoga poses, the movements for Sun Salute L. We'll go nice and slow the first time on each side, and then we'll go through it a little bit quicker on the next go round, and you can pause or repeat this as much as is helpful for you. So start standing very mindfully, and what I mean by that is you are grounding down through your feet. The balls of your feet are evenly placed on the ground, your heels are down on the ground, and feel just a light sense of lift throughout your legs, and maybe tuck your tailbone just slightly in. And that gently lifts your stomach. You don't have to tuck your stomach in, but just notice that when you gently press your tailbone under, your stomach might lift a little. Feel a nice sense of lift from the base of your rib cage all the way up, a nice open chest. It's like a string was pulling from your sternum, giving you a nice sense of lift and openness. And then your head is at neutral, looking forward. Our first movement is called Urdhva Hastasana, or upward salute. So to do that, we raise our arms up, reach through your fingertips upward. Your head can stay forward, or your head can look up toward your hands. If you look up toward your hands, you'll get a little bit of a back bend. And next we are moving to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. So I like to put my palms together and start to fold forward, keeping your spine pretty straight until you get about as far as your hamstrings would like you to go. Then you can start to round your spine and reach downward. And you can rest your hands anywhere along your legs for your fold, or down toward the ground. Let your head hang heavy. You can have a slight bend in your knees. That'll help you bring your chest a little bit closer toward your legs. And some things that can make this more comfortable is maybe you would like to have your legs a bit wider. If you feel like your belly is feeling squished on your legs, that's one thing you can do. And now plant your hands on the ground, maybe just your fingertips, and step your right foot back. We're going to come to a lunge. So you can have your right toes facing forward with your heel lifted, or you can have your right toes out toward a 45-degree angle. So your fingertips now are down toward the ground. Your right foot is back, and if your toes are pointing forward, your heel is lifted. Notice how you might feel a stretch in your calf. Or your right toes can be out toward the side, kind of like a 45-degree angle. And then you can work toward having the balls of your feet and your toes down. This is one option. You also have the option to have your right knee down and be in your lunge here. If your knee is lifted, your hands can stay on the ground. They can come up to your left leg, your hips, your chest, or they can raise up. It's absolutely up to you and what you're most comfortable with. Think about squaring off your hips so your hips are even. I'll come this way so you can see. So your hips might tend to go out toward the right. Think about shifting your right hip forward so that both hips are pointing forward. Another thing to take note of is this left knee, your front knee, might want to feel like it's falling inward. So to help that, to support our hips and our low back, gently feel like your left knee is rolling toward your left pinky toe. There. This is our first lunge. So if your arms are anywhere up, bring them down And then step your back foot forward to meet your front foot. Very nice. You can release your head and take a forward fold. Then we're going to do an Ardha Uttanasana, a half forward fold. So straighten your legs and then feel that your upper body is straight as well. So it's right now like my body is making a 7. Send your arms behind you. Your palms can be up, or you can interlace your fingers and grab onto your opposite hand. And then fold forward with your upper body and reach up with those arms. Again, your arms are either connected or disconnected, doing their own thing, or reaching up together. Now you are going to bend into your knees. Start to bend your knees. You can let go of your hands if they were touching. Sweep your fingertips down alongside your knees. And then keep your legs bent. Your arms can reach forward. They can reach up. Or they can be at your heart center in prayer hands. Anjali Mudra, prayer hands. So here's your chair pose. Notice that my spine is pretty straight. Try not to round forward or bend backward. Keeping your spine straight, that might feel like you're leaning forward. Then when you exhale next, bend just a little bit deeper. When you inhale, straighten your legs, reach up with your arms. And then let your arms lower down by your sides. And when you do that, your arms can lower out toward your sides this way, or they can go forward. Just whatever is most comfortable for you. Same thing for when we lift our arms up. You can lift your arms out to the sides, or you can lift your arms in front of you. And when I say reach up with your arms, if your arms don't reach upward over your head, and this is where your arms reach, that's wonderful. Or if this is where your arms reach, that's wonderful too. You need to listen to your body and celebrate what your body does. Let's go through this on the other side. We'll do it pretty slow again so that we can really grasp each asana, each pose. Stand mindfully. Maybe you roll your shoulders up, back, and down to make sure there's some lift in your chest. Reach your arms upward. As far as they go is wonderful. Your gaze can stay straight ahead, or you can look upward. When you look upward, you have a slight bend in your back. You can bring your palms together or toward each other and start to fold forward, keeping your spine pretty straight until you release into a forward fold. And remember, you can have your feet pretty wide if that's more comfortable, or you can have just about one fist width between your legs, between your feet. Listen to your body and what feels good for your body. Plant your fingertips if that feels good, or plant your hands. And start to step your left foot back. Your left knee can come down for a lunge. Your left knee can be lifted. If your left toes are pointing forward, your left heel is up. Or your left toes can be at about a 45-degree angle, so you can work toward bringing your heel down. And for me, because my legs are pretty long, I usually have to scoot my front foot forward in a lunge. Maybe for you, you have to scoot it back or forward or leave it where it is. But we're working toward a 90-degree angle in your front knee. Your hands can stay down. You can bring your hands to your standing knee. Or you can bring your hands to your hips, to your chest, or overhead. Think about gently shifting your right knee toward your right pinky toe. And your left hip just slightly pushes forward, evening out your hips here. And now we're going to move to a forward fold, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. And I like to do that by first moving my upper body. So if your arms are lifted, bring your arms down and start to step your back foot forward so your legs meet. Your legs can be straight, or you can have a slight bend in your knees now. So you release your head, release your upper body to Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Now straighten your legs, lift up so that your back is straight as well. It's like you're making a 7 or an L with your body. Send your arms backward. Your palms are facing up, or you interlace your fingers. Then start to fold forward with your upper body and reach up with your arms. Being mindful of your shoulders. You can let go of your hands if they're touching. Start to bend into your knees. Sweep your fingertips down and along your sides. Keep your legs bent. Your arms can be in front, touching at your chest, or lifted overhead. Then bend and sink just a little bit deeper into your knees. Start to straighten your legs, reach up with your arms, and then lower your arms down along your sides. Very nice. Now we're going to move through it just a little bit faster on each side, and you can take and rewatch, rewind, pause, make this your own so that you can better understand each asana, each pose that we do in Sun Salute L. All right, here we go. Grounding down through your feet. Start to lift your arms up and maybe overhead. You can look upward if you want a little back bend. Bring your hands together and start to fold forward. You can gently bend your knees and release your hands. Put your fingertips down and step your right foot back. Your right knee can be down or lifted, finding your version of a lunge. If your upper body is up, bring your hands down and step your back foot forward. Release your head, a nice forward fold here. Straighten your legs, lift up about halfway, and send your arms behind you, either apart or together, and start to fold forward, reaching up with your hands. Bend into your knees and sweep your fingertips along your sides, keeping your knees bent. Your arms can reach out in front. They can touch at your heart center, or they can reach up. Sink a little bit lower into your knees, and then start to straighten your legs, reaching up with your arms, and lower your arms down by your sides. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Reach up with your arms. Start to bend forward, fold forward. Release your hands down. Step your left foot back. Maybe adjust your stance. Your left knee can go down or be up. Your upper body can be down or up. Find your version of a lunge. If your upper body is up, first lower that. And step your back foot forward to meet your front foot. And release your upper body, finding a forward fold. Knees can be bent or straight. Straighten out your legs. Straighten your spine as you lift up about halfway and send your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers or keep your hands out by their sides. And fold your upper body as you reach up with your arms. If your hands are touching, you can let go. Start to bend into your knees and sweep your fingertips along your sides. Your hands either come in front, to your chest, or overhead. Sink just a little bit deeper into your bended legs. Start to straighten your legs, reach up with your arms, and then lower your arms down along your sides. Alrighty, there you have it. That are all of the asana, the poses for Sun Salute L. Enjoy!